Glenn, we got 5 minutes. You can do it uninterrupted. Yeah. Ideas, personnel, creative things. The floor is yours.
Okay, just off the top of my head here, I wasn't really prepared for this. Do not put Jamie Dimon in as the Treasury Secretary or the head of the Fed. Fight the Fed. Close the Fed would be even better, but fight the Fed on things. Put Vivek Ramaswamy as maybe the Treasury Secretary. He's not part of that system. I'm afraid of another Jamie Dimon getting in there who would be, he's not a friend. He's not a friend. We need to clean out the top level of the Pentagon. All of those generals up at the top, they all came through the ranks because they're political players. Put somebody like Tulsi Gabbard in charge of cleaning house there. She doesn't have to be the Secretary of Defense, although she wouldn't necessarily make a bad one, but somebody that can come at it and is not a big conservative and everything else. This one is easy. All you have to do is look for the people who want to fight to win and those who want to play politics. Anybody play politics, get them out. Elon should be on the cuts right now. He should have a copy of the budget right now, and he should be looking at that. And Musk should also play some role with the deep cuts in regulations as well. I hope Donald Trump just takes, like he did last time. I'd like to see it double. Just cut the regulations. Remember, we have an election in 2026. It's going to favor the Democrats no matter what we do. And it's going to be hard to keep the Senate and everything else. So he really has 2 solid years. But remember, Ronald Reagan, when he started this, it wasn't really until 83, 84 where everything really started to show up and be good. So he may not have the best story to tell in 2 years unless he gets everything done in his first 100 days and he can juice the economy. The way to juice the economy is to cut regulation, cut all of this crap that everybody has to go through. He should fire all those 80,000 IRS agents. He should.
Absolutely.
I am actually willing to listen and probably could support, if he could make the numbers work, on going back to the way we were, abolishing the 16th Amendment, getting rid of income tax. If he can't get rid of the income tax, then he should make it so low. Remember, Coolidge cut our income tax by 50% and cut the regulation and all of the spending by 50%. In the first year. The second year, he came in and did it again, cut it by another 50%, and that gave us the roaring 20s. He should be looking at the Coolidge kind of cuts in both taxes and in spending and regulation, like Coolidge did. Just take a hatchet to it, because that will bring the economy roaring back. We don't need a 25 or a 21% income tax rate. We need, at the most, a 15% income tax rate. I again am for abolishing it, but if the numbers would work. Let's see. We talked about this earlier today. I'm for the Mike Lee plan of J.D. Vance being the head of the Senate. Thune couldn't be. If he won't go with Tim Scott, then it should be J.D. Vance, because those other two would be an absolute nightmare. I really took him at his word when he said we'll shut down the Department of Ed. I'd like to see that and a few others. RFK being in charge of making America healthy again. I think this is brilliant. I wouldn't put him in charge. I would have him, have a real effect on suggestions. The only reason why I'd say don't put him in charge is I'm not sure he's right on everything. But when it comes to big pharma, when it comes to all of that, when it comes to the FDA, he's 100% right. FDA is worthless, as totally is agree. Most of the other stuff. Let me see.
Got to run, but just no. We're out of time, okay. Glenn. I know you know radio breaks, but just really quick, Carrie Lake just won 58% of the latest vote drop in Maricopa. That was 23,000 votes, Excellent. Which is 6 points better than what she needs to close the gap. That is a big drop right there. So she is very much in the game right now. There's a lot of points on the board here.
Yeah. Lee said she's the one he wants the most because she'll die fighting on the hill.